Pathfinder.
Think we'll see more of them?
Humans? Hope not. Wouldn't mind more Asari, though.
What's the difference?
I like the color blue, is all.
Welcome back.
I'd like a drink. That's all for now.
We'll come back anytime.
Can you believe this place? Here's your golden world.
Unfortunately, already occupied.
Well, yeah, but it's here. Shows it's possible. That's something. There's just so much to see.
Helping the Moshai opened a lot of doors around here. Most Angara still keep their distance, though.
Well, you are a bit of an eyesore.
Speak for yourself. When I saw my first human, I couldn't understand how you keep your blood inside. Skin that thin. Look at this. What was like 2 hours before I was able to get a comm out. Not bad.
Should bring my sister here when I get a chance.
You're one of Ambassador Riala's candidates to live on the Nexus.
I am. Glad you finally showed up. Let's get down to it. I've lived my whole life wanting to meet aliens who didn't want me dead. But my family's here. How can I stay in touch with them from the Nexus?
You can send messages, talk to them on the comm. We'll even arrange a visit.
You get it. All right. I'm in.
I can't work under these conditions. What does it take to be left alone?
He's off. I'm here to help. You reported that someone in the Resistance threatened you. Tell me exactly what happened.
I didn't know Riala was sending the Pathfinder. I deserve no less, of course. I was measuring the photonic dispersal from the canopies when some random brute interrupted me. I asked him to move, and he got nasty. Said it was my fault his friend was dead. Ridiculous.
That's a weird thing to say. How'd he threaten you?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe it was the big gun he was carrying? He got right up in my face and compared me to a cat. He wanted to kill me. I could see it in his eyes. The whole conversation made no sense. I think he was inebriated.
Sounds like there's more to this. Don't suppose you caught his name.
Didn't ask, didn't want it, didn't need it. When he left, I tagged him with infrared dye from my sample kit. Invisible to the naked eye, but not to a scanner.
I'll scan people around the Resistance headquarters, see if I find him.
You're supposed to represent our interests on Aya. Go, represent. I have work to do.
Pathfinder, Ambassador Riala didn't think you'd have time for me.
She said you needed to talk before agreeing to live on the Nexus.
This is the opportunity of a lifetime. I'm an anthropologist, but I've only ever studied my own people. I've heard the Nexus is home to multiple species and cultures. It will be fascinating and possibly dangerous. Bacteria, viruses, other contaminants. My family worries about me. Are you sure I'll be safe?
They wouldn't let me on Aya if I was a walking petri dish, would they?
You aren't taking this seriously enough to satisfy my family. I can't go without their blessing. I'm sorry.
Efra should have come to me.
Shh, Uxul, I'm all right.
You almost died. What's she doing here?
I asked the Moshai to set up a meeting. I don't want us to be enemies.
Is this true?
Uxul, Ryder rescued me from the Ket. She risked her life to...
Sloane Kelly saved Kadara. Look how that went.
I don't condone what happened on Kadara. But one bad experience doesn't define an entire species.
Your kind has a history of treating each other unfairly. Just ask the Krogan.
How did you?
I've been watching you. You're invaders just like the Ket, except less cautious.
What does that mean?
You'll know soon enough. Do not trust them, Chauvin.
Uxul... He didn't used to be like this. He was curious, brilliant. But the Ket, even without exaltation, they change us.
There's still time to bring him around.
I want to believe that, but his hatred towards aliens...
I'll prove we can be trusted.
I hope so.
Ryder, we just received an emergency recording from EOS. Come to the meeting room when you get back to the Tempest.
I found a device Ven was using to communicate with the Archon. I think we can use it to triangulate that Ket flagship's nav point.
All you have to do now is board it, steal the Meridian artifact, and escape in one piece.
You've been there. Tell me what to expect.
I saw very little. Corridors, an interrogation room, my prison cell. The Archon's vessel is a place of pain and death for the Ket's enemies. No one has attempted anything like this before. For all our sakes, you must succeed. Now it's my turn. Thank you for freeing Ven Teref at Kadara. I'm told you saved him from execution.
What will you do with him? Are there prisons here?
Efra wanted to punish him. I suggested Ven help tend Aya's gardens. He spent too long surrounded by death. He needs to reconnect with life.
I'd like to know more about you.
What about me intrigues you?
You and my crewmate have a close relationship. Any advice? Hints?
He talks in his sleep. Worth it for the look on your face. Jarl is a dear and hopeless former student. He has a good spirit. You're lucky to have him, that's all.
Are you originally from Aya, or someplace else?
I was born on a research vessel in deep space. My parents were explorers. They never stayed in one place long. My own work has taken me to every world, many times over. They all try to claim me as their own, but if I'm honest, my favorite chair is here.
You're an expert on several topics. Remnant, Ket, stuff I don't even know exists.
All true. Why? Do you want to be my student?
Is that an option? Because I didn't train for this job. At all.
Yet you do it well. There are two kinds of knowing. What we take in from the universe, and what's already inside us. You have the essentials figured out. The rest you can learn as you go.
What are you working on these days?
I thought being a Ket prisoner was the worst fate imaginable. Then I got home and saw my backlog. A Vela comes in every so often asking if I have a second. At this rate, I'll never catch up. To answer your question, I'm busy with everything and nothing. We'll see which wins.
My translator doesn't know what to do with your title, Moshai.
Because it isn't a title, it's a reference. People from mythological times, before the Scourge. Legends say we once had many Moshai. Master inventors of unfailing wisdom, guided by boundless compassion.
That's a lot to live up to.
It's nonsense. Don't remember who first called me Moshai, but I do recall telling them to shut up. To my regret, the name stuck. I've minded less lately. Being the Moshai has its uses.
Any ideas on how we stop the Ket for good?
The real question is, how do we define victory over them? Complete eradication? Unlikely, costly, and morally dubious. Drive them away? How? What stops them from returning?
Peaceful coexistence doesn't seem to be an option.
There's much we still don't know. The Ket are not a simple problem. We can't reduce them to a simple solution.
When the Ket are gone, if we fix all these worlds, what do the Angara want?
Depends who you ask. We're individuals. Paran will continue spreading hope and optimism. I don't know what Ephra will do without an enemy to fight. Retirement won't suit him. As for me, maybe I'll just fade away. That's what people do when they're no longer needed, right?
Thank you, Moshai.
Ishare.
Ryder, they've got amazing Remtech research going on here. I love seeing our Milky Way peeps mingling with the Angara. It's early in our interspecies relationship, but I hope we can build on the momentum.
Any one of a million things could happen, and whoops, the neighbors hate us.
So, don't go joyriding with the Nomad, huh? Obey the street signs? You're doing a great job, really. Keep up the good work.
Honor to meet you, Pathfinder. Initiative Pilot Marixus. I run supplies to your outposts.
What brings you to Aya?
For survival supplies, only Aya has. I'm waiting on clearance to enter the city, but it's taking too long. I understand their caution, but the outposts need these supplies. I have to get them, now.
They let me into the city. I can help.
I appreciate that. To start, EOS needs a way to produce food to support population growth. They requested quinoa seeds to begin their own crops. There's an agricultural scientist who might sell some.
I'll make sure to get those seeds.
Volt's power grid is lagging without proper solar input. The solar amplifier would give them a boost. The solar technicians here may have the required parts.
I'll see what I can find.
You're always a welcome sight, Pathfinder. Still no word from our search vessel. How goes your hunt for the missing satellites?
Your people caught scavengers from Kadara Port stealing them. There was a fight. Your ship lost.
I sent them out. And risked your life, too. The scavengers, Angaran? Have our deserters preyed upon us again?
Criminals were my people. Exiles. They ripped your satellites into scrap. I brought what's left.
The initiative is supposed to explore, not steal and kill. Why would your people steal something that protects us all? Murder those who are only trying to help.
These were a few bad people. There are thousands of good ones out there.
How can we tell the difference? Maybe the others are right. What if you are no better than the Ket?
These scavengers abandoned the initiative, just like your deserters left you.
And we hate them too. Keep what your people stole and go. I can't talk to you anymore. I know I shouldn't blame
Sorry
you.
to hear
It's
things
just...
went south with that Angaran astronomer
I'm sorry.
rider. Found a silver
Please
lining
go.
though. The scrapped satellites are gonna come in extra handy.
Not as handy as what we could have had, but I'll take it.
Your crew has been cooperative. I appreciate that.
Ambassador Riala said you're thinking of moving to the Nexus.
Pathfinder. I'm honored even to be considered for the transfer. I won't be happy as just an observer. I need to work. I engineer power systems. Will I be allowed employment alongside your people?
That's the whole point of this exchange. The Nexus needs people like you.
That's all I needed to hear. I'll have your ambassador start the transfer. Thank you.
Sam, what's this?
A decontamination console for visitors to the med center. Touch the start pad to use it.
No entering the med center until you're clean.
How do I decontaminate?
Ion console. Touch the start pad, it does the rest.
I detect the infrared dye Sorvis Len used to mark the person who threatened him.
That's our man.
I know why you're here. The botanist. You want an apology for what I said to him.
I only have one side of the story. Tell me yours.
It's hard to explain.
Try me?
Aya isn't big enough to give everyone a home. We each live here a short time and then move on. For someone to come, another must go. The exchanges are chosen at random. We call this arrangement the Vassal. Time of change. It worked well, until now.
The Vassal never accounted for outsiders living on Aya.
There's only so much room. When our leaders agreed to make a place for your people here, it came with a cost. My friend won a place on Aya, but he sold that slot so one of you could stay here instead.
Sold it how? What did he get?
Comforts for his family, resources to improve their home on Haval. He always put others before himself. That's how he died, fighting Ket on Vold. When I found out, I was angry. Said things to your botanist I shouldn't have, but I'd never hurt your people.
He thinks you want him dead. Tell him what you just told me, and let's move on.
Thought I was clear the first time. Maybe his translator malfunctioned.
I'll talk to our ambassador, see if we can minimize our impact on your Vassal.
We don't expect things to be easy. Only that you understand, nothing is free for us.
It took humanity 8 years to get a Citadel embassy back home. Pretty impressive to get one here so fast.
All it took was handling some remnant.
It'll take more to keep this partnership going. Ambassador Riala will handle the embassy. Lets us focus on everything else.
Our chief, Voneron, filed a formal complaint. Said your people were taking our satellites.
I took responsibility for that. It won't happen again.
I believe you, even if the Voneron doesn't. What do you need?
What's your story, Ephra?
You're not getting my personnel file.
I'd just like to know who I'm working with.
You want to know what it's like being me? I wake up every morning to fight a war. I send people to kill and die. If I'm lucky, there are more dead Ket than resistance when I go to sleep.
That's a hell of a burden.
Enough personal discussion.
I'll let you get back to it.
Good.
Ven? Thought you'd be in a Resistance holding cell.
That was Ephra's plan. He wanted to throw me down a hole once he got his precious answers. The Moshae convinced him to release me here. I volunteer and they let me see sunlight.
You didn't trade one cell for another, after all. And you get fresh air.
And servitude, dressed up like forgiveness. The Moshae keeps her high ground, and I'm the traitor who gets a second chance.
It's better than what Sloan would have done to you.
Lucky me. I should get back to work. They're not paying me to stand around. Oh, that's right. They're not paying me at all.
Weird question. You don't have any Kiloa seeds, do you?
Yes, I do. Need some?
Hey, Alexi. I tracked down some samples of the Angaran antiseptic you were talking about.
The Angaran antiseptic?
Get your raw materials.
Oh,
for art,
Samar.
for science,
That's
for you.
the name, isn't it?
Something like that.
Can't wait to test its applications. Thank you very much, Petra.
Anything for the woman who keeps us healthy. I feel so out of place here. People keep staring at me. I can't tell if they're fascinated or afraid.
When I was little, I was scared of Turians. You're a stern species.
Not helping, Ryder.
Have a look.
Director Tan is pleased with the Angara you sent to the Nexus. Thank you for your help. Any news on what happened to Sorvis Len?
Do you know about the Vassal? The Angaran lottery that decides who gets to live on Aya.
I've heard of it. Why?
Angara are selling their slots to come here so our people can stay in their place. Including a member of the Angaran resistance. He was killed on Vold. Wouldn't have happened if he'd been here.
No one told me of this arrangement. Well, we have to do something.
We could let Angara who give up their slots live on the Nexus. It's safer than Vold.
Exactly what I was thinking. No one should suffer on our behalf. Thank you, Pathfinder. I'll forward your proposal to Director Tan immediately.
That's all for now.
I'm here if you need anything.
You work on the solar panels. Do you have an amplifier for solar energy?
Nothing as big as these, but I have a smaller one on hand. Do you need it?
I can do you one better. Take a look at
Sun and skies. This is the good stuff.
15 minutes before.
Sold it halfway on.
I found Kiloa seeds for EOS. Is this enough?
It's perfect. I'll make sure EOS gets them.
Here, I found the solar amplifier for Vold.
They'll be happy to see this. No more power outages. Thank you, Pathfinder.
All systems green.
Pathfinder, you have pending vid calls.
Suvi, play the full distress call from Prodromos.
Right away.
This is the Initiative Outpost Prodromos on Eos. We're in need of assistance. Tempest, this one is for you. We've got hostiles inbound. No ground activity, but there soon will be. Pathfinder, we need you. Going dark until it's resolved. We're not giving up Eos again. Out.
Could use more information than just hostiles and the worry of escalation.
Could be he's worried it's not a simple attack. If someone's willing to risk attacking Prodromos, your first outpost...
They're trying to make a point. That's the last we heard? Nothing else?
No rider, but also no alarms. The orbital buoy isn't showing any major traffic. Bradley's military, all about the prep. I bet it's a brownout to present less of a target.
Keep the nav fresh. I'll be on the bridge soon.
Understood.
Ready to fly, Path. What the?
Find something?
Something pinged us. An ID request. The Tempest auto-responded.
We'll keep an eye out in the sector.
Probe away.
That a satellite? Is that what pinged us in this sector?
It's pulsing an initiative call response code. Someone knows our tech inside and out.
Let's get a scan. What the hell happened?
Anti-trackback measure? Drive system overloaded. Not quick enough, though. I got a serial that has triggered an alert.
Pathfinder, we are to contact Director Addison as soon as possible.
What is going on?
Ryder, tell me about the satellite you found.
Director, what are you talking about?
My alert identified a ZK resource tracker. They're emergency tech, full of overrides so they can bypass protocol. They were designed by Dr. Zoe Jean Kennedy. She disappeared with the Exiles. If her tech has shown up, that could give someone a backdoor to steal from your outposts.
Why were these trackers allowed to bypass protocols?
They're supposed to be hubs, to rapidly track and pull resources if lives are at stake somewhere. That's why they weren't deployed. Tan didn't like anyone bypassing his rubber stamp.
If this satellite is new, how has it kept up with our security measures?
That's a very good question.
She disappeared with the exiles, but you aren't calling her one?
She sympathized, but we'd never let an expert like that go. She was vital. But in the chaos, a lot of things, and people, went missing.
What was Dr. Kennedy's role in the initiative?
She designed the orbital beacons, forward stations, and half the kit in the Tempest. She'd ram an upgrade through before the requisition was on Tan's desk. Dr. Kennedy disappeared along with the exiles. That was a big loss.
Pretty extreme to set up a personal alert. Why do that?
A lot of Dr. Kennedy's projects were unofficial.
But you backed them, like these trackers?
I don't want some asshole using my access codes to cut a backdoor into our resources, or Tan blaming me for it. But I also want to know what happened to her.
If we have to find the tech or the person, where do we begin?
You got a sliver of data from the first tracker. With more scans, maybe Suvi can assemble a point of origin. Obviously, these trackers are being deployed where initiative tech is concentrated. That means outposts. Try another outpost system, or place more. Maybe you'll throw them out, whoever they are.
And when we find them?
They're stealing our resources. My concern is Dr. Kennedy, her tech, their lives. In that order.
Descent is green.
Coordinating. Path is calm.
Sorry to keep you in the dark, Pathfinder, but there are eyes on this planet.
We didn't see much traffic from orbit.
It's there. But hopefully you can get ahead of this before it turns into something bad. See you soon. Thanks for coming. Knew you'd be up for it.
I need answers. You said there were hostiles inbound.
We've had raids. With all our scientific gizmos, we expected pirates. But not this.
4-5, repeat. Stockpile complete. Waiting for beacon.
Launch on detection. Repeat, 1, 2, 3.
What am I hearing, Bradley?
Here's my worry. Maybe the raids we've seen were just a decoy, so someone could do a slow tactical buildup in the Black Rock.
Tactical? You mean military?
No, that was an Angaran voice. He means Rokar. That's why he called us.
An attack on our first outpost? Can you imagine how the Nexus would react?
Exactly the response Axul wants.
I'm sure we can check it out without drawing too much attention.
You're the person for the job. I hope I'm wrong, Pathfinder. I didn't want to bring this kind of thinking to Andromeda. Head to Black Rock Tand. I'll transmit the nav point for the signal.
Feels more like a home, but it's still mostly hard work. I'm not real romantic about road hazards. Interesting rocks are just as bad for the Nomad.
Andromeda plant sample detected nearby.
Here they come! Almost at Black Rock Tand.
That is definitely a Rokar signal.
Understood. Eyes open.
Pathfinder, this area can be mined for resources. You can extract minerals via your mining interface.
Bradley was right. Rokar on site.
Watch for reserves after the first assault.
Good to know.
Executed! Outlaws!
Jaw, are we clear?
We're clear. And we still have Bradley's signal.
Right. Let's see what they were protecting.
This worries me. Roka are not pirates.
Shields are up! I'll take their fire!
This signal can call dropships to a precise location.
That's the Roka strategy. The scouts would have placed the beacon in the center of Prodromos.
Telling Aksul exactly where to strike.
Bradley, Blackrock was a Rokar scout with a homing beacon.
Shit. Glad you put an end to that.
I'm not walking away. This is my house.
Not sure what you're asking, Pathfinder. We can't risk our first outpost.
This is third. We've lost the first and second.
Promise and resilience.
What are you planning?
We use their beacon. They want a target, let's give them one. On our terms.
Site 2 is still powered. You could broadcast from the old comm array.
Bait and switch at Site 2. Let's go. location for this Rokar beacon?
Yes, Pathfinder. Site 2 communications array.
Well, let's not keep Axel waiting.
The Ket left their mark, but the buildings stand. That's a lesson.
Nav point marked for Rokar signal upload.
Hit the button. It'll draw them right to us.
We know this place. They don't.
They can't have it.
Starting Rokar signal upload.
Are they heading toward us?
The Rokar have altered course.
Now might be a good time to take cover.
Human, I told you you'd know soon enough. The beacon is live. You couldn't stop our scouts.
They've bought it. Hold until they're on the ground.
I can wait for this.
Hostiles!
Fought till the end. Very Turian. attack on Resilience was bad, but damn.
Initiative's not military. They weren't prepared for an ambush.
Excellently done.
They're onto us. Where are they going?
I'll tell you. Site 1. We overcharged the power relay to draw them in. Maksul.
The Pathfinder is coming. Motherless. Everyone prepared to defend.
Sounds like they're losing their support.
the last of them. We did it, Ryder.
Pathfinder, Axul's shuttle is leaving orbit.
I'll remember this. We're not finished.
You are today, and we'll be ready next time. Come to Prodromos, Pathfinder. We owe you. Again.
Remind me to never go walking in the desert again.
Just because there might be a giant vending machine holding an envelope.
What? I got bit by one of those Karkin things. What the hell did I miss while I was in medbay?
I'll be interested to see what your scientists learn of Eos.
Pathfinder,
The Rokar attack is over.
we'll know what to watch for in the future. It can't just be this old man and his hunches. Special thanks to our friend Jarl. It helps to show we're not all on opposite sides.
We can't assume anyone could be an enemy. That's no way to live.
We're not planning on it.
How's the team holding up?
A little shell-shocked. Can't blame them,
Maybe I should say something?
if you like.
Time and time again, you've shown yourselves competent. And this was no exception. The infrastructure you've built, the skills you've developed. Despite adversity, you remain a model for the cluster.
So, when do we get back to work?
No approval asked or expected. We lose sometimes, but if they have the choice to keep going, they'll take it. This wasn't a good day, but it was another day. You gave them that. Your people, Ryder.
You know, with a little help from massive tech.
So much violence.
Here they come!
Well, this is the right place. Let's find the tech we're after. Here's the first piece of REM tech, PB.
Awesome. 1 down, 2 to go.
We claim this site, Initiative scum!
Outlaws! Guess we're not the only ones interested in this tech. We got the piece we came for. We can move on. Looks like a remnant container.
Ascent is go.
Leaving Atmo. All clear.
Ryder.
Pathfinder, you have new email.
Hey, there you are.
Pathfinder, you have pending vid calls.
Jal, I'm in the meeting room.
Right behind you, Ryder. Pulling up the message.
Jal Ahmadarav, you always were a short-sighted fool. Helping an outsider instead of your own people. You're unfit to bear your family's name.
Okay, this guy is really starting to piss me off.
He always was a Veshanon.
Vesha what?
Someone pleased with his own shit.
We've never gotten along.
He's just jealous.
Of what?
You're the better man.
Well, I am better looking. Aksul wants us to do something reckless. Let's not give him the satisfaction.
What can I do for you, Pathfinder?
You probably have work to do. We can chat later.
You know where to find me.
What can I do for you, Pathfinder?
I'll see you later, Jal.
Stay strong and clear.
just got pinged by another of those ZK trackers.
Let's try to get close enough to pull some data.
On it.
Anomaly on sensors. Deploying probe.
Tracker ahead. Looks active.
Ease up on it. We need a point of origin. That is when Twitchy's self-destruct.
Wait, just let me stick a predictive model in this fragment. There, a common vector, maybe a point of origin.
Good job. Let's go.
Anomaly on sensors. Deploying probe. Anomaly found.
Pathfinder, this is the exact nav point indicated by the ZK trackers.
Right. Addison's request. Let's see if this helps us find her missing scientist.
Damn it. The shuttle's just a relay. But I think we can get in their feeds. Hold on.
Signal's through. Ready for coordinate transferring. Who the fuck? We've been found. Deadhead the comms.
Here we go again. I'm the Pathfinder!
A Pathfinder? One finally showed?
Harlan, stop talking.
Is that Dr. Kennedy? Are you okay? Director Addison is concerned about you and your tech.
Keep them talking, Ryder. Tracing.
All I want is to stop the stealing. I have outposts of people trying to start their lives.
Outpost starting lives, huh?
Let them see, Harlan.
They just forwarded Dr. Kennedy's medical profile. Ryder!
She's pregnant. That woman is pregnant.
That woman knows full well the state she's in.
You are really pregnant. What happened?
When a mommy and a daddy love each other very much, they don't let humanity die out. You're with Addison? Well, she fell in line with Tan, said we couldn't add new mouths until we were stable. But this wasn't about waiting until we could afford a house. We were dying. So I left, with enough meds for Harlan and I to get off the blockers.
How far along? Dr. Kennedy, how long?
8 months, give or take.
We're not going back. You're not getting my tech. We'll be fine without you. Tell Addison. Fuck it, don't tell her anything. Kill it.
They flashed the core. Couldn't get a trace.
Addison won't want to hear about this. And I've got questions for her. Definitely made yourself at home. Director Addison, I have a sighting on your missing Dr. Kennedy and her trackers.
She's alive?
And 8 months pregnant.
Fucking hell.
She didn't disappear. Dr. Kennedy left to try and have a child. You really had no clue?
I knew she wanted us to fast-track the schedule, but we had no worlds. We were going to lose people. I wasn't going to watch babies die, too. Of all the stupid, irresponsible, selfish... She was always like this, even back on Earth. She talked me into this, and now we have to save her tail.
What was the timetable for stopping the contraceptives everyone got before cryo?
No way to tell. It was to be determined.
You had to know that would frustrate people.
It was the only answer we could give. The alternative was more mouths and more death.
Dr. Kennedy seems to have a group with her. Stealing aside, she has support.
How long will that last? She's the smartest person I know, but she jumps without looking. Ryder, we have 2 speeches banked for the first child in Andromeda. Trust me, you want the one for the good outcome.
Wait, what did Dr. Kennedy talk you into?
She's an old university friend. We were catching up and she mentioned a project she was training for.
The Andromeda Initiative?
She'd still be here if I wasn't forced to tell her no a year ago.
We know how to find her. We find more of her ZK trackers.
Hopefully you can draw them out by placing more outposts. If she hasn't changed the protocol.
She's 8 months. She may be distracted.
This is a complete shit show. Find them, Pathfinder. The first human child in Andromeda can't just disappear.
Now orbiting Kadara.
Staying long? Take it this beauty is yours?
The Tempest? Yeah, she's mine.
Hell of a ship. We don't get many like her. Colt Dalton, Kadara Docks Manager. Sloan said to make sure no one harasses you.
Awfully nice of her.
Uncharacteristically so. You must be important.
How safe is it here?
Safety's a commodity on Kadara. Depends on how much you're willing to spend. The port's gun-free, but murder comes in all shapes and sizes. Still, better than living outside the mountain. It's no man's land out there.
Does Kadara get a lot of traffic?
Since we moved in? Oh yeah. Kadara is one of the few planets in Helios with a functioning economy. Got Angara and exiles from all over Helios moving their cargo through this port.
Thanks for your time.
Back to work.
seen him in a couple weeks. Why? You got unfinished business? Impossible. The Nexus refuses to open lines of communication. As far as they're concerned, we're criminals. As good as dead.
Maybe it isn't leadership. Maybe it's...
Stop it! I don't want to talk about this.
This place stinks.
Guarding the Tempest?
The Nomad. Got some attention when we disembarked, and it's a lot more portable. Seems smart. Only 3 attempts to steal it so far, and 1 offer to buy it.
What was the offer? Just so I know how much I'm driving around.
Negotiations fell apart when he asked if I came with the car. Weird. Must have been something I aimed.
Relax, Costa. They don't know I was a cop. I'm not one now, no trouble. Pathfinder, feeling out of place at the moment. And side effect? Coming here makes me hate Tan a whole lot more. These were our people.
Our job is to get people home. That includes Kadara.
Glad to hear it. They were exiled to nothing to build up to this. We need that on our side.
Ryder! Fancy meeting you
brings
here.
Stability and order.
Ryder,
Part of the solution,
I recognize
not the
these
problem.
people. The exiles. Some aren't exactly pleased to see us. I've been getting a lot of angry looks.
Eyeball him right back with a curl of your lip.
Yeah, good plan. Thanks. Let's do what we have to, then scram, huh?
Join the Outcast family today.
Sloan doesn't control as much as she thinks.
Pathfinder. I'm afraid Sloan put you on the no-recruit list.
We can still talk, right? I want to know more about the outcasts.
I'll answer what I can.
What does it mean to be part of the outcasts?
For most people, it's a sense of security. Something desperately needed in Helios.
You didn't feel secure on the Nexus?
You weren't there during the uprising. It was chaos. And the idiots running things only made it worse. Thanks to Sloan, we have direction. A family.
So you're happy under Sloan?
Yeah, guess I am. Can't say this is what I expected when I signed up in the Milky Way. But I came to Andromeda to be part of something bigger than myself. I have that with the outcasts.
Can anyone join the Outcasts? Besides me, of course.
Anyone can show interest, but Sloan has final say on who becomes a member.
I'm guessing there's a selection process?
All recruits undergo a series of trials that tests their endurance, loyalty, and intellect.
Things seem tense between the Outcasts and the Collective.
They're a bunch of hypocritical upstarts who hide their dirty tactics behind good business.
See? There's that tension.
Sloan will make quick work of them.
Why hasn't she done so already?
It's not for me to question her methods. Kadara's ours. Nothing's gonna change that.
Tell me about Sloan.
Before the uprising, she was head of Nexus Security. She gave up her position to protect us. We'd be dead if not for her.
Do you know her personally?
She makes it a point to get to know all of her people, which is a lot more than the charlatan can say.
That's all for now.
See you around, Pathfinder.
Does Sloan know anything about you? Don't want her eye on me.
Sloan doesn't control as much as she thinks.
Working out. It's fine, I think. Do you offer lessons?
Sure, kid. For prep. Kadara's honored by your presence and your credits.
If you've got an issue with me...
Relax. I wouldn't hurt a potential customer.
You okay?
None of your business, Inard.
Whoa, sorry. Just wanted to help.
Your kind never just offers something. There's always a price.
Living under Sloan, I can see why you'd think that. But we're not all the same.
You do look different from the others. Cleaner.
So what's troubling you?
My sister, Morga, works the pipes. Makes sure the port has filtered water. But she's been missing for 3 days.
Is Morga's line of work dangerous?
It can be. Kadara's water is highly acidic. Fixing a leaky pipe could result in major burns. But no one knows Kadara's filtration system like Morga.
Is it unlike your sister not to check in?
Extremely. We're all that's left of our family. The rest were murdered when the Ket invaded Kadara.
I'll keep an eye out for your sister.
Thank you.
Pathfinder, we could use the grates to scan the pipes at a safe distance. Vitals are negative, Pathfinder.
Dead for 3 days. Fits the timeline. Better tell her sister.
You're back.
I found a body trapped beneath the pipes. I think it might be Morga.
I told her not to work alone.
Will you be all right?
I'll survive. I always do. Thank you.